Welcome everyone, it's Evelyn. I have a twin flame read for you. I actually have two. The first one's pretty quick and the second one is more lengthy, but definitely some significant messages there for sure. I had a huge purge last night from 1 to 2 o'clock last night, which I haven't had one of those in a long time. So that was interesting and feeling like we're clearing like the real, like getting the last little juices out of it, like when you're squeezing orange juice, that last little bit of juice being squeezed out. And I'm going to show you the pictures first here. This is the first read I did last night for today. So the message is for whenever you come to it, and it doesn't mean it's going to happen right on that day, okay? And then here's the second read, which I actually did a combination of like 3 polls, and I used all 3 polls in this read. So there's more information than just the cards in front of you. And this is the full card read in front of you now. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Sending lots of love and blessings out to all of you. Ooh, last night I watched Finding Ohana. That was a fun movie, actually. And there's Hawaii stuff that came up in that movie as well as Japanese, so that'll come up in the read as well. I cut the SIRIAN Starseed deck for those of you not familiar. This is a 7-deck read, so there's a lot of energy on the table, so if something doesn't resonate, please don't force it to fit. If you want something more specific to you, my information is below and on my website, twinflames3344.com. I have a CD out there also, which you can use for purging. That'll definitely help bring some stuff out. 7 of the songs on that CD were written during my twin flame journey, and the first 4 were written prior to the 9/11 energies, where I actually went into the studio for the first time the week of 9/11. That was very significant for me because I was never home because I worked so early at that time at 8:30 in the morning. So anyway, for the read today, my CD is called Ashes, Twin Towers to Twin Flames by Evelyn Stainthorpe, if you want to check it out. And thank you all for sharing your time with me as well. Make sure to like, share, and comment below. If you get unsubscribed, just resubscribe. YouTube has been doing that randomly. I have no idea why. And if you like the information, please make sure to share it so other people have access to it as well. So this first read was cut and dealt last night at 8:58, which is the 8 of Strength, the 58 of the 4 of Swords. And at 9:07, which is the Hermit and the 7 of the Chariot, F Flames came up. So again, this has come up a lot for us. The F isn't about the F word, it's about the Phi word, the expansion and the contraction of the flames, the twin flames, but also the drama and the transmutation that we're doing, the dance. And the S of Sophia also came up here. I finished clarifying the read at 9:18, which just happens to be my birthday. The major arcana for this read last night were Tower and Chariot. And after the read, because I always pull a few cards on either end of the read, after the read was Indigo, which is the Magician in a young energy, and then Alchemy, which is the Temperance card. We had 2 swords, 3 cups, 4 wands. There were no pentacles in this first read. We had the King of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the King of Cups in this read. And before the read was the King of Wands coming up. After the read, the Page of Pentacles. Definitely were some energies about some big celebrations. There may be celebrations for teenagers, whether it's birthdays, sweet 16s, bat mitzvahs, any of that kind of stuff might be coming up, as well as there could be weddings. Definitely people's children could be getting married. There could be like baby showers and baby showers as well. Wedding showers, baby showers, and again, birthday parties for young kids as well. That kind of stuff coming up, but definitely some major events for a few of you out there. The code line here was all about teaching and learning. We had triple 4s in this read, which is, again, that's been coming up a lot lately. Very angelic energy. We have the sequence of 1, 2, 3, 4, shut the door. 67 of the Knight of Pentacles were most significant, as well as 46, the Six of Cups, the children in the garden, that innocent love between us. And then really that was it for the numbers. Very few numbers in the read today. And the code line was all about the number 6, which is love, family, and community. And of course the Lover's card. The message from this read was perhaps about a lot about the mother. And that's interesting too. I wasn't relating the two, but I was just posting some more stuff about my mom because she had passed on the 10th, and we really haven't done anything for her. You know, we usually do a celebration of life type thing. We don't do a funeral thing. But the place that we wanted to go to only holds 25 people, so we really haven't scheduled anything yet until we're hoping, you know, in the spring that things will lighten up. We'll be able to do something else. But that was coming up, stuff about the mother, perhaps an unfriendly or dangerous mother. Or somebody might be saying, you know, F ma, because they may be really pissed off at their mother. Or it could be your cousin's mother. But the support key of the 6 of love, family, and community, and the Lovers, and the 7th beat, right? And that always reminds me of 7 Pounds, the movie. In alternating currents, back and forth in the dance, back and forth between the masculine and feminine, up and down between the 3D and 5D, of the Knight of Cups, with the table headers or bookends. And then I was getting Patty Duke. But the table headers, like at the Thanksgiving table, and in between is the high road, right? Between the two, you know, mother and father at the end of the table. To sweat, support, being key. The 6 to the 7, which also could be the 67 of the Knight of Pentacles, but the 6 to the 7, which is definitely part of the sweet spot, airing to the high side of alternating currents or air conditioning, the conditioning of the thoughts and words, and the Knight of Cups, offering of love to the nth degree, 309, or clotting time, which was coming up as traffic to the nth degree, teaching and learning. So, and there may be energy of pulling back here or drawing back, to inhale or suck in, absorb, siphon. All of those different energies were coming up here. As the Emperor, or perhaps brother or cousin, and the 4, to suckle or screw around with the 6 of Lovers, the flash of light in alternating currents, or to arrive legitimate in this place at this time. The Knight of Cups sucks, siphons, or inhales. And Ruth, the name Ruth came up, as well as the right to hire, as well as someone who may be baking here. The opponent sucks, perhaps, or screws around, so you may be pissed at someone else who may be your opponent, your competitor, someone you're doing sports with, because they're messing around. And this could be someone who likes someone too, who may be trying to play around with them. The Sophia 9, or the Lover, and the flash of light, the 7th beat of the cement and water that bridges it and brings it all together and solidifies it in this place at this time. The Knight of Cups to the nth degree, offering love, taking the high road to the nth degree to teach and learn. A-N-D, learning. Christ divine learning. Okay, so we started this read at 9:54, which is the Hermit and the Page of Swords. We start with the King of Swords reversed here after the underlying energies of the 4 of Pentacles upright, the 4 of Swords upright, and the King of Wands upright. So the King of Swords reversed after those things. After the Divine Masculine's heart is in the Batcave, resting on break, meditating, praying in 5D connection with the King of Wands upright and the King of Swords reversed, standing up for self when not seeing eye to eye, and the Queen of Pentacles reversed, walking away from the nightmare and stress, release with the Knight of Wands reversed player falling short or not following through and holding back their true desires. The Page of Pentacles wounded warrior, or 2 people choosing a new path, offering love to the Queen of Swords reversed, third party, and the Knight of Wands reversed falling short on energy, just tired, overexposed, or sick. Too much partying perhaps, or activities, or fun in the sun, or none, or too drained with kids for a social life or to find joy. With Hava Nagila's and over paralyzed. Hava Nagila is over and paralyzed with exhaustion. So again, there may be some kind of celebration here, or child's bar or bat mitzvah or other celebration until all hours. The Hierophant out detoxing recovery in performing the ritual, or Taurus upright and Capricorn reversed, recovering from exile, destitution, injury, or illness, or large expenditure with new opportunity or invitations, or saying goodbye to childhood here. Pay attention to the red flags came up, as well as forgiving and learning. Keep quiet or silenced and hush. Lovers break up or too drained for affection with big love at work and deception, or before dawn. Sunrise, sunset, that's funny, before dawn, because that's when I was purging last night. Sunrise, sunset, swiftly go the years. Big love not caring about the weather, only seeing each other. So it's like, was reminiscing about the big love, when you're first in love, not caring what the weather is outside because you're only seeing each other and wanting more. A change in feet, or cashing in big feet and fruit for high heels and love. Exposed logs and lobster found their pearl to take to the jewelers perhaps. Growing bigger and bigger, culturing it, done raising glasses and mirroring it. No longer two couples stuck together, no more double dating everywhere. Silencing one to give other affection, self-love of 61, that taking a risk, and beneath that synchronicities of 87, the reflection of 78, which is that dream family at the end of the deck. Not sharing affections or a breakup, to do some self-love or a break. Found a way out, an exit plan, knowing and keeping to self, emotionally fulfilled in surrender to the past. Dumped, purging, overwhelmed, sweating it out with the Six of Cups upright kids, raised and done, or soulmates together, an elephant sale, or baby shower perhaps, memories of when they were young, or pictures, or memory display at 1019, which is the 10 of the Wheel of Fortune and the 19 of the Sun. Capricorn reversed here, sneaking out behind the scenes, the Six of Cups upright and the King of Swords reversed, in negative self-talk drained, with the Page of Pentacles upright honored. Pay attention to the red flags of deception, or student getting up before dawn, with self-love after an unfair relationship at 1021, which is the Wheel of Fortune and the World, completion. Recently is the King of Cups upright, looking back at the Page of Cups reversed, so father and child, receiving an offer of love from self, or satisfied without the Ten of Cups reversed, healing and not fighting, performing now a jig. So somebody's actually happy to get out of that, because 10 of Cups reversed, that's no fun. A lot of unhappy people there. At 1022, which then is the Fool, being made to feel guilt and shame, the Knight of Cups offering love to make it better. And all four aces were up in this read last night. In a bold move to hold back an announcement or call, deliberating to receive clarity here, the foundation is the Four of Wands reversed, instability, a move, a visit, or the party's over, implementing a plan with the Queen of Swords reversed, a confession with the Knight of Cups offering love to the journey and a higher love. The central energy of the Ace of Cups upright, self-love, spiritual love, and new love. Did I not notice that? Oh. The Ace of Cups came up upright in this read, as well as the To Come card. All right, so centrally is the Ace of Cups, self-love, spiritual love, and new love, an outpouring of love, as the King of Pentacles upright is holding back an announcement to receive a passionate offer or growth from Cancer reversed, Pisces upright, and King of Swords reversed, lacking in faith. Finding peace, moving, hermit, toward him, or waiting for passionate offer before dawn, with the Divine Feminine or cycle now completed, for the King of Swords reversed, falling from grace, or with Aries Fool. The challenge being here is the Knight of Cups upright, or Hierophant deception, or requiring they be up before dawn. The Hanging Man resting and the Knight of Pentacles going to work, helping others or moving on, or switching roles, as the Capricorn stays home and Taurus goes to work, or Cappy Taurus in 5D connection, or Cancer reversed, Libra reversed connection, and the Ten of Pentacles upright released the hostage, unhappy kids or negative past, dumping emotional attachments or activities, and the Ten of Pentacles fantasy red couch and mirrors, and living together but distant, or at a distance but close, a lot of pain, betrayal, and third-party recovery, without an olive branch, in disconnect or at a distance, in death, dark night, or end or transition with the Queen of Cups upright, whose loving and defensive opponent may be the horny devil detoxing an offer of a new life to the Magician reversed, or to buy new tools. Or Capricorn reversed is defending self to the Queen of Cups, their support of the Gemini reversed or Virgo reversed, who's insecure and or a manipulative person. Now present is the Tower of sudden epiphanies and events. Lightning strikes with sudden truth presented, causing an explosion of the Queen of Wands reversed, destined to deal with the devil imprisoned with the Six of Cups upright, which can be kids or they can be soulmates of any kind, really. Scorpio, Libra, and Capricorn all upright here. The Page of Swords child or news of a new path or twin destiny here. Scorpio refusing to wake up, and then suddenly in a jealous rage with the King of Swords reversed, with third party offering a new life and coming together at the workplace, coming out to end a war of manipulation, insecurities, and or a war about the tools. Virgo reversed, Scorpio upright, and Gemini reversed here. An offer to the Page of Pentacles, perhaps a child or opportunity, hurting themselves to be perfect for that Ten of Cups reversed family who's never satisfied, and perhaps the doctor on safari or out of Africa, in a two-bull split, and Cancer in a bold move, as the King of Swords reversed is running away or getting away from the new information, perhaps stolen intellectual property, of ending pain or a painful end, holding on saving with the Empress upright, always watching over his shoulder, with Taurus upright, Cancer upright, Capricorn reversed, collecting perhaps to offer something to the Gemini or Virgo reversed at 1048, which is the Wheel of Fortune, and the Eight of Cups walking away with him. Soon as the Chariot boldly moving in the slowdown or from Libra reversed to find peace away, perhaps on vacation or a road trip, to confront guilty one with the High Priestess and the Emperor stone cold, or Emperor with aid or nurse or religious advisor. The Page of Cups reversed rejection or a crying child, with the King of Swords reversed or spoiled and entitled one, with Pisces, Aries upright, and Libra reversed. Cancer upright, or Cancer goes to visit and sadly is not allowed to see them, perhaps the Emperor and the High Priestess, and this could be a parent, a grandparent, an uncle, or a boss at the hospital, or somebody who's now home with a nurse or an aide. And the Page of Cups reversed and the King of Swords reversed, unhappy that they were turned away and couldn't see them. So a lot of facilities don't allow you to visit, especially if they're dealing with COVID. The twin flames seeing themselves as the Six of Wands upright, with good news of a move or visit, with delays and negative exchanges, but an offer of money or new life to kids reversed, Leo reversed, or pet reversed, or a sick person. Leo reversed may be a Leo or weak, and working to align, grounding, and integrating justice or Libra, which can be a judge as well. It is safe to love. Codependencies come up here, as well as calling in your soulmate for the twins. Around the twins, or how they're seen, is the Seven of Swords upright, the Seven of Orbs, passing downloads, but being watched by two men. I don't always notice these two guys, but they were definitely significant here. There's two men watching the downloads being passed. As the King of Cups upright and the King of Wands upright, they're both upright, are talking about these downloads, as the Queen of Cups upright and Dark Knight are back to back, or the Queen of Cups is a Scorpio, or dealing with a death or dark night or transition. Or the Scorpio King of Cups has an interview, perhaps got a job and is leaving the Queen of Cups upright, or the King of Wands is leaving the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups together. The block here is the Three of Wands reversed, past, with the Knight of Swords reversed, Aquarius reversed, or depressed and lashing out, with the Emperor, Aries, or with Aries in their chart too, teaching and learning, the Grim Reaper and the Evil Empress, or death of mom in a bold move of detox, or Capricorn reversed, offering to insecure Gemini reversed or Virgo, and twin flames third party, and the Page of Wands reversed, frustrated boy, choosing a path with Indigo reversed, and Page of Pentacles upright, alchemizing patience and a higher love. The Page of Wands reversed Indigo, or Gemini or Virgo or Aries reversed, and the Page of Pentacles upright, and perhaps a patient sovereign. Or frustrated indigo, Gemini or Virgo reversed, and curious sovereign, patient angel or Sagittarius, with sovereign on top. The King of Swords reversed is moving, visiting, or the party's just over, on the journey with good news, passing downloads with the two men watching. King of Cups and King of Wands. The King of Cups' new love is challenged by a proposal to Cancer, or a bold move to the past, a sudden event or epiphany about the path or twin flames, afraid to propose to the Page of Pentacles, or offer an opportunity or invitation to alchemical marriage at 1107, which is Justice and the Chariot. The King of Swords reversed and the King of Cups upright, and the Six of Cups soulmates moving or visiting, ending a party or marriage, with new love suddenly, and challenged by the Knight of Cups offer of love. The journey with good news, Chariot in a bold move, to take a risk, to pass information about the past with the twin flame, but insecure about the invitation. Perhaps the curiosity and patience with sovereign catch at 1109, which is Justice and the Hermit. So that was the first read. The second read, again, I told you I pulled cards 3 times, and there was nothing wrong with the first 2 pulls. I specifically wanted to get a read right at noon today, and I don't usually look for a time, but I pulled the 2, and they were both good reads, and usually if it's a good read, I won't pass it up for sure. So I used all 3 reads within this read, so you didn't miss out on anything. I used all the information. So the first read was pulled at 11:47, which is the Seven of Cups. The second read was pulled at 11:51, which is the King of Swords, and then the third one was right at noon, so high noon. Instead of read number 3, it looks like real number 3. Like so will the real one? He have 1, 2, 3. Like, will the real one please stand up? That's what I'm getting right now. And right at noon, I had no idea what was going to happen at noon, but right at noon, it so gently began to snow outside, and it's been very cold here. So it's been snowing all day here today, in a very gentle, beautiful, purifying, cleansing snow. At 12:12, as I was clarifying, of orbs came up, and then the fact that is BS, right? Thoughts and words, let them go if they're causing you triggers. At 12:12, 2 hanging out together, 2 hanged men. I finished clarifying this read in front of you at 12:25, which is the 12 of the Hanged Man and the 25 of the Knight of Wands. There were no major arcana in this read, which is very rare. I've only said that a couple times over the past 3 years. Yeah, there were no majors. Before the read, the Star card did come up, and after the read, Guidance, Chariot, and Higher Self came up. Guidance is the Hierophant, and Higher Self, of course, the High Priestess. We had 2 Wands, 4 Cups, 3 Pentacles, and 2 Swords. So mostly cups here, heart and emotion-based things. We had the King of Swords after the read and the Page of Cups before the read, but not only were there no majors, there were no court cards in the main read either. But again, the Page of Cups came up before the read and the King of Swords after. We had triple 2s and triple 3s in this read, as well as double 7s and 8s. The triple 2s is all about that one-on-one relationship and the masculine and the feminine, right? 2 is the feminine. The triple 3s of the 3, 6, 9, the Trinity, the triangles, the Christ energy, all of that comes up under the 3s. The mastery of the Christ and unity consciousness. The 77 of the Sovereign, the 88 of the 2 twins dancing within their masculine and feminine. Also 44 came up, the mastering, grounding, integrating of love. Very significant numbers here. The code line was really a really weird number today. It added up to 271 from the numbers 223 and 47 and the number 1 for 271. So I'll get into that in a second. The code line was all about perseverance, healing, effort, and pride. And the other numbers that came up here, we had 2432, which is the Queen of Wands, and the 6 of Wands, the Journeyman. Again, I told you the 1, 2, 3, 4, shut the door, that sequence, and then 7, 8, 9, which is the 5D, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is the 3D, 4D, and 5D energy. So it's emphasizing the 5D energy here, and that we're already halfway into the cycle with 1, 2, 3, 4. Definitely have shut the door on the past. The 47 of the 7 of Cups came up, the 23 of the King of Wands, the 12 of the Hangman, 34 of the 8 of Wands, 78 of the 10 of Pentacles, 89 of the Phi energy of expansion and contracting, and then 9, 10 begin again and again and again. But it's also 0 behind 91, which is God's source, backing up the energy of the 91, which is the reflection of the sun, 19. So that would be the central sun, which is above karma, which is 81, which makes sense there. So regarding all these very powerful big numbers here, and perseverance, healing, effort, and pride, which they're giving you this extra oomph to get yourself to the spring, because remember the official start isn't till March. And so we're getting through this difficult winter, right, in order to get to the spring to then manifest. Yeah. So, and 2 and 2 came up in the header here, 2, 2. So a lot of things around 2, 2, but that's also the Fool and the twins, right, hanging out. To see the key of the 2, 2, 3. I own, I have. The bridge, or the Euro-India gateway, comes up here for the Emperor, the chariot of being Christ-like, the heavens, the synchronicities, the one, or of the shore, the bank, that one, a vein, bent grass, acing, beautiful, beauty, friend, the number 20, which is judgment, or 0 backing up the number 2, the divine feminine, the seeing both sides of the situation, the small shallow lake, the boyfriend, the wine, outwards and venerable, or worthy of reverence, ancient, sacred, benevolent. So it was very interesting because these weird numbers came up. So I went into the gematria for 223. And the first one that came up for 223 was God's a man. God's a man. And then God's a code. And then no games. The fourth one was Masonic. Fifth one was Sabrina. And sixth one was Patience with 223. By the way, the number 444 was coming up with a lot of these as well. Mark, King, and then in capital letters, Fail, F-A-I-L, and then Bible, God, Faith, the Beatles, and 98 came up, which is the human body temperature, that balance of the human body. So under the first result was God's a man. Under number 1 came up the gematria. So coming back on itself. And the others in this list under God's a man was gematria, the code of God, God as a code, mad for December, and for me, December always comes up as Saggy, as God. I always say Saggy is another energy for God, because Saggy is the very expansive energy that wants to learn. And so here, it was so weird with a client the other day, all the Saggy and December stuff was coming up around God, confirming that, and then here it did again. So we have December, made for December or mad for December. It might be made for December. But Jesus then comes up, as well as the next one, which was just Roman numbers, CDXLIV, which I'm not sure what that was. I didn't want to try to figure it out, but if you know what it is, you can let me know in the comments. And then I looked up the number 271, which is what the code line totaled today. And I looked up the area codes as well. So 271 came up as God is a December Sagittarius. And then the star. And then en Espanol, Samantha, God is good, Red Dragon came up, Bible, and gematria. Under the first result, which was God is a December Sagittarius, under number 1 was God's alive, God's in God, God's in December ID, God's in a December ID, think life, November, and then Sagittarius isn't just December, it's November too, so it's funny that November came up as well. And then aligned with odds and decipher God. So those all came up under 271. So then I looked up number 47 because the code line was 271, 47, 1, and then, excuse me, it was 223, 47, 1, which added up to 271. So I looked up 47, and the first entry for that was Ben, then Bell, then Him, Fall, Mafia, Fan, Band, and then NG. So the first entry there for 47 was Ben, and I was getting Ben Netanyahu was the first thing that came up for me. So I wanted to look because I knew my parents knew the Netanyahus when I was growing up. Ben and his brother used to babysit for us. So the number 1 was University of, not University, I'm sorry. The number 1 entry under Ben was just the letter U, the capital letter U. Then of, then Ben again, and then Cicada, at, ta, chai, li, kai, bs, and then jk, which I was getting JFK there. So I'm not sure how that was relating. So then I went under BB, and BB comes up as 22, which was in the code line, 22. So under BB, the first thing that came up was, as number 1 was fake, but that was before BB, because then BB's listed as number 2. Number 3 was died. Number 4 was 31. And this was so weird. Where was it? There's the FIFA. It was a lot of 1 and 2 letter words. FIFA, Fig, Decada, Chef, Allah, GIF, GIF, Haddad, Habib, and then Fifi came up as in Kofifi, and then Big D, which you can take that several different ways. So then, of course, Big D came up. I had to look up Trump. So Trump, when I looked up Trump, the number 1 entry there is Sons of Light, and it has the number 144 associated with it there. So, oh no, there's 2. Which one was that? All right. So I looked up Trump, and then I looked up Donald Trump. So under Trump, it was Sons of Light, and the 144 came up. Under Donald Trump, the number 88 came up. So they were very significant. And also with the crystals, I'm blanking out on the name. The special crystals for energy. What's his name? Well, anyway, the amount of cuts on those specialized crystals, the 2 highest cuts are 88 and 144, and for us, 88 and 144 are special numbers anyway. So they were both coming up under Trump and Donald Trump. And then also the other things coming up under Trump were Lord December Dragon, which is so funny, so many Decembers were coming up here. A number is the ID, Sun God Halo, Russia, and then the next one was Biden is the Beast. Tsunami was next, then Mountain, then Asmodeus, and then Lions of Israel. Sports, Toronto, so again, Israel came up, so that would connect to Netanyahu. Sports, Toronto, Important, and Supreme all came up, and then Reptilian, Blood, and then Trump 2020, Economic Reset, Ralph Smart, and Great Fall of China. That was all under the word Trump. But under Donald Trump, the code of a number, a storm is coming, Donald Trump, December 13, and then 116 came up, I am the fire dragon lord, and Earth is a test. It was really weird, the messages that were coming up here. And then the next message was that Adam is the Antichrist, which was such a strange thing to come up. Also under that was No Lives Matter. I looked up, since Adam came up as the Antichrist, I had to look up Adam to see what came up under Adam. And what came up under Adam was No Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, RK Sagittarius, Joe Little Girls, Biden Little Boys, Joe Biden Child Sacrifice, The Biden Prophecy, Demonic Martial Law, and Susan B. Anthony. Those were the ones that came up under Adam. How crazy is that? At 1256, which is the hangman and the 56 of the Two of Swords. And you can look these up yourself. It's just gematria. So the next code line here that came up here was to see the key of the twins, abundant in the bridge to the control side, right? The abundance is one side, control is the other. The Empress is one side, the Emperor is the other. The bridging between the 3 and the 4, the Empress and the Emperor, and the Divine Feminine's heart being the chariot or the vehicle of ascension, the synchronicities in heaven in their eyes, of Christ-like and acing beauty, boyfriend, sacred, shallow lake, of worthiness of reverence. Being venerable. And this is regarding perseverance, your healing, your effort, and pride. So to persevere, don't give up. You're almost there. Healing, effort, pride. We're always going to have to do the work. But this spring is very significant, you guys. And you know it because I know y'all feel it. I know you know how far you've come and how different you feel from how you felt 2 years ago, or 1 year ago, or 6 months ago. The next header here is Set Fool's Journey. 3 owns 4. The Empress bridges to the Emperor, reaping rewards of acing venerability. Okay, the worthiness of reverence, that you are worthy of love, that you're worthy of everything. The 223 bridge to the 47, which is the 223 is, well, first the 47 came up as Norway's call code. So kind of the Vikings were coming up there, right? Because the Vikings come up a lot in the reads with the tarot sexual magic, because one of the cards is very Viking. There's actually a couple cards here that come up as very Viking energy. So ammunition came up under 223 in a couple different ways. But it also came up as an area code in central PA, which I was unaware of. It's the area of Dutch country where the Amish are. Lancaster, but also Harrisburg, which is the capital of Pennsylvania. Central PA, Susquehanna Valley, and York, PA, right? As opposed to New York, York. So 47, when I looked up generally, came up as Ronin Japanese samurai who plotted revenge against the man who killed their master over a breach in just palace etiquette. 47 of them, samurais, venged to kill for their master. And then that was separate from the ammunition coming up under 223. 271 came up as 2 different things. Either it doesn't have an assigned area code anywhere, or it's North Carolina, Winston-Salem. I don't know if that's a really new assignment or if it's just false. Because they said if you get that area code that it's scammers using that area code, or it's legitimately now North Carolina, Winston and Salem. So then brings up the witches and the witch trials. And also from the movie last night, Hawaii and Japanese came up, so now we have a Japanese reference, as well as the ammunition, Hawaii, and with Hawaii and the bombing of Pearl Harbor, and now we have Salem and the witch trials, and what triggered me last night, I had watched an old video came up on my feed. There was actually Magenta interviewing Amanda. She's the Twin Flame sex coach. I know you must know who she is. She's been on, since I, awoke 5 years ago. So, some of the things that were coming up that she was talking about this is from 2012, this video, that there's a big wound between the pagans, right? Because we're all mutts over the family lineage. The pagans being taken down by the Viking warriors, and she literally said, "Who would pull your hair?" And there's a card in one of these decks that's of the like a Viking, pulling the woman's hair. And remember that's a wound which now you see as a little boy, because they pull the girl's hair when they can't get their attention. That was something that came up that was significant, as well as the married twins being married to a soulmate and then not seeing their twin, because the vibration has to raise in order for them to to no longer resonate with each other, which is obviously a very painful thing to go through. So there was, definitely some triggering things because I was looking up information from 2012 when we're not in 2012 anymore. We're in 2020. So be careful about that, going too far back about looking at stuff. But it definitely came up on my feed, and there was a reason for that because I needed to purge it out. So, so then I was guided to, what came up for 223 was the Susquehanna Valley. So I was guided to look up Susquehanna. And so I looked up Sus, Q, and Hannah. And the message that came out of that was explosive sieve, a lock or airlock security door, a grizzly bear, an eagle, but a good spirit, there to protect, but can hurt too. That which, how, who, what, like, as, to design, right? It was done that way by design. Like the Sasquatch by design, hairy, explosive, and wild, but there to protect you. All right, that's coming up as the energy of the masculine. So then Desmond Tutu came up from the code line, because Tutu was in the code line, which is also an Egyptian Tutu. He was an official from 1350 to 1335 BC, and this is all from Wiktionary and Wikipedia, unless I state otherwise. So Desmond Tutu was definitely the significant one coming up here. Born October 7th, 31, in Klerksdorp, South Africa. And I believe he's still alive. He must be around 89 now, according to what these records say. But he won the Nobel Peace Prize for his role in the opposition to the apartheid in South Africa. He wanted to be a doctor, but he couldn't afford to go. So he became a school teacher, 1955 to 57, and became an Anglican priest in 1961, the year I was born. 72 to 75, he was associate director of the World Council of Churches. Dean of St. Mary's Cathedral in Johannesburg, 1975, first black South African to hold the position. 76 to 78, Bishop of Lesotho, and 1978 appointed General Secretary of the South African Council of Churches, and lead spokesperson for rights, with an emphasis on nonviolent protest. 84 was the Nobel Prize. In 86, the first black Archbishop of Cape Town, and in the 90s, propagated the idea of South Africa as the Rainbow Nation. In 95, President Nelson Mandela appointed Tutu head of Truth and Reconciliation Commission, investigating allegations of human rights abuses. On October 7th, 2010 was his 79th birthday. He retired from his public role. He got the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2009, as well as other awards that were listed. I started this second read with the Two of Wands reversed at 150, which is the Magician, and the 50 of the Ten of Cups. Beneath the Two of Wands reversed was the Ten of Wands upright, the Page of Cups upright, the Star upright, the Three of Wands reversed, and the Three of Swords reversed. No options after Atlas, Burden, Weight, and World. The Page of Cups, that child or innocent love or message, the Dream or child's star, looking back, healing and forgiving, or slaving for the child's star, or Aquarius looking back, going back, or living in the past, and healing heartbreak and separation, running out of options, looking back with no sleep, coming in presently. Looking back with no ships coming in presently, looking back at the Justice, the Divorce, the Libra, the Judge, and Jury. The Page of Wands upright, excited to play ball, magnetize money and or withhold and save time, money, and effort for sunshine, Leo, kids, pets, vacation to find peace. Or kids looking back at divorce and finding peace in it, exposing all. Broken King of Swords reversed, weak, sick, now that the worst is over, in a losing battle of the Knight of Pentacles, offer to be loyal, humble servant. The journey of dissatisfaction or through dissatisfaction and work, or bringing good news to those who are dissatisfied working, jealous, moody, insincere at the workplace, and challenged by getting over loss, regret, the past, disappointment, and moving to peace, by ending the emotional cycle of unhappiness, or the family is just so over. And again, this peace stuff is needing to resonate with Tutu. The island unto self, wishing upon a star, indigo manifesting big in the past with higher self, in joy of coming together. The Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Sovereign reversed, which can be mother and daughter, sisters perhaps as well. And the Knight, and that could be a couple as well. And the Knight of Pentacles upright, the Knight of Cups reversed, traveling a distance to the workplace to ground and integrate love. Challenged by getting over grief of unhappiness being alone, or moving to peace, working to align with unhappy family, or no emotional satisfaction. And Virgo or Gemini manifesting a proposal in a past gift from your higher self of coming together in joy with the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Sovereign. The Scorpio or towering King of Cups reversed and the Queen of Wands reversed, unhappy family and no longer patient, with one lacking faith, or Queen of Wands reversed Aries reversed, unable to receive downloads or awaken. Foolish Page of Swords reversed and Queen of Cups reversed, divided and split, dealing with one big lie or BS and needing clarity here or more truth. On journey to the King of Wands Shaman reversed, with the Ten of Pentacles upright, family, business, community, or world, challenged by fate. And jealousy, rejection, insincerity of love, the Divine Masculine's heart in the Batcave coming out, and the Knight of Swords upright, messenger of truth, passing 5D messages at work to align without arrogance. The Divine Feminine's heart in the E-Tower, coming out to heal and forgive. The three-way situation, no longer confused and dumping emotional attachments that no longer serve her. At 2:17 here, it was still snowing outside, the High Priestess and the Star, coming down the stairs from the Ivory Tower. Foolish impatience on journey of good news. The Page of Swords reversed and the King of Wands reversed, spying, lying, and negative self-talk, and immature messages of a kid with a mouth, and the King of Wands reversed, challenged by destiny, Libra, and his heart coming out of the Batcave, to the Queen of Cups reversed, with the Ten of Pentacles family, business, or community divided and needing clarity on the Knight of Cups reversed and their moodiness, jealousy, insincerity, or feeling rejected, or their ability to love actually, and the Knight of Swords messenger of truth working to align with a partner by coming out of the E-Tower to heal and forgive as she comes down the stairs at 2:21, which is the High Priestess and the World, which is closure or the cycle ending. At 2:22, which is room 222 in the guidance counselors, running out of options, and only the Ace of Cups is upright in this read, whereas all 4 cups were upright last night. The full exposure of the messenger of truth rushing in, with the truth to get guilty to confess, to come clean or get clean, clean up the act or space, and defend them to the wounded warrior, settling out, sharing, or being charitable, or just settling out and received in split, or a divide, or one big lie, and suddenly exploding, erupting, or an epiphany about that Ten of Cups, or excuse me, the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, and their bridge, right? The bridge to the wealthy, the bridge to the big company, the bridge to the government, the world. The Golden Gate Bridge to heal and forgive, the fallen angel. And by the way, Alcatraz just came up yesterday, the day before. So the Golden Gate Bridge is coming up here again. To heal and forgive, fallen angel, impatience, no longer patient, or Sagittarius reverse. Or the Knight of Swords is coming clean or cleaning up their act. The virus sweeping the world of wounded warriors to settle out with lies, divide and conquer. Sudden wars and explosions. Wrecking ball taking down a bridge that they worked so hard to build, and not healing, forgiving, impatience, and fallen angels. The old man in the wheelchair with family all around, along with his abundance, thinking of those he hurt along the way, or wanting to give back, or thinking about organ donation, which may take them off path. Adding another's akashics to your records, and that came up about transplant, or perhaps receiving donation from or to a bad person and how that might affect you. The church bells all were broken, and the three men I admire the most, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, caught the last train for the coast the day the music died. And they were singing, this octave is a little too high for me. Bye bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Then good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. All right, so there's definitely the ending to the old way of the U.S. I had major connection as that was coming through at 2:35, which is the High Priestess and the Wounded Warrior. Fallen angels running out of options, of deception and trying to be wise and see new perspectives, of hanging out or hung out to dry in prison perhaps. The Page of Pentacles upright and the Sovereign upright, along with the King of Pentacles all in a row, all upright, could be a father and their two children. The Page of Pentacles displaying their gold coin, the Sovereign older sibling, her bird, and the King of Pentacles, his castle or property, as destined Akashics, schools the golden goose, flapping their wings with lots of excuses as to why they didn't. Checkmate. The hounds of hell back to the basement, and no longer howling as we leave the full moon. I was just getting the fail moon as well. And the snow purifies. The Sphinx comes in to make arrests. Undercover dogs out, remove their masks, or holding back the goose that lay the golden egg, as it's not quite time yet. Be patient. The one who lays in bed, right, the patient is the one who lays in bed and gets cared for. Kids now studying and being quiet angels, getting up before dawn, excited to learn, but must also clean up after making their own messes, so others don't get hurt. Aquarius upright, Libra upright, Leo upright, Scorpio upright, Sag reversed, and Cancer reversed, all here. Finances and career, and beneath that was soulmate. No eating out here, and still in the underlying energies, and sudden jealous rage, as the Queen of Wands reversed is hangry for vengeance, as the Hangman or Capricorn or Pisces is hanging out with hostage, inspecting every inch. Hangry magician ready to cut, and the Queen of Wands reversed ready to burn, someone hanging out or hung out to dry, or abusive to each other, perhaps S&M. Goggles removed or can't find, and the dog is hiding under the table or is in the doghouse, or you just can never find a pair of reading glasses when you need them, or one of them is throwing a fit about having to be the one who cooks again at 2:52, the High Priestess and the Queen of Swords, who's reversed in this read. Forgiveness comes up here as 96, and beneath that was change, which is 5, the Hierophant. Scorpio upright, as well as Gemini, Virgo, or Aries upright, and Capricorn or Pisces upright here. The Queen of Wands is out of control. Patient with legs clamped closed, transmuting fire to water, as the Knight of Cups is offering love, strong in recovery, jogging or walking pet, as Sag and Leo, both upright here, are recovering from exile, destitution, injury, and or illness, with issues at the workplace in coming clean, getting clean, or cleaning up the actor's space. Perhaps still a little bit sneakiness here, with the Page of Swords upright child or message, an impish royal, with 3 feathers in his cap, 2 swords left behind, and the Page of Swords thinking, how can I make that into 2 gold coins? Ideas worth money, or selling lathe or press, or ironwork or ceramic work equipment, or coming clean about what they took, or looking at cleaning. This is children also looking at cleaning now in a different way, trying to find a new perspective, that they may find something that is valuable or information to bribe someone with. The Page of Swords is upright, running out of options, impatient or fallen angel, or Sagittarius reversed in deception, or Cancer reversed hanging out with Capricorn or Pisces for forgiveness to end the nightmare of the King of Swords reversed, who may be Oh, he may be Wiccan. He may be weak, sick, or in need of strength or courage. Yeah, Scientology came up a lot recently too. Not today, but it has recently. Um, Here we have the energy of the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups came up. This is a very underlying energy that came up over here. The Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords, and then the Page of Pentacles in this card right here, which is the Page of Pentacles looking at the peacock bird, right? That strange bird that he likes so much. So this energy of the Montagues and the Capulets, both upright in their power, presenting the whole truth to the Page of Pentacles and their strange bird, or presenting the truth about them and the opportunity or invitations being sent out. Grounding and integrating, walking away, and the Knight of Pentacles offers something, help, money, opportunity to the sovereign, which can be that Page of Pentacles and the strange bird, from an unhappy Ten of Cups reversed family, or their lack of fulfillment emotionally. Without family. Okay, so it's the Knight of Pentacles offering something to the sovereign, Nine of Pentacles, who's usually an older female energy, who may be unhappy or emotionally unfulfilled without a family. And the Page of Pentacles upright may be an opportunity or an invite for the past to return in order to implement a plan or an opportunity to deal with a negative past or difficult kids, or estate planning, or how to invest at 309, which is the Empress and the Hermit. So the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles are upright, along with the Sovereign upright, or kids of a wealthy family, hail or wave, or kids get together to help other kids plan their future or show them how to invest. In the recent past here for the twins is the Eight of Swords reversed, a release from an unhappy family or emotional cycle of unhappiness, or just over it, where the worst is now over, with bliss in letting go to repair, fix, and amend, or bailing out the Queen of Wands reversed, Fool, or Aries reversed, who may be embarrassing themselves in front of secret passion, High Priestess, Pisces, Virgo, an aide or a nurse, or Viking princess, or religious woman. The Queen of Pentacles reversed may be an Aquarius or star bird taking flight to offer big love in exchange for dumping multiple loads and or emotional attachments to or of the Fool reversed, falling on their face or from grace, lacking faith despite their release from anxieties or prison at 316, which is the Empress and the Tower. The foundation here at the root of the matter is the Nine of Cups reversed, dissatisfaction, unhappiness about release of bad kids or of a negative past or childhood, implementing a plan on what to do with their money. Death reversed, after death, near-death experience, dead tired, or the never-ending story of sharing, being charitable, settling out with lover, and kids just so that they can spend it like water. Scorpio reversed, Gemini upright here, with Sag reversed and Cancer reversed nearby. So a lot of negative energy there. The central energy, and that can just be unhappy people as well. The central energy here is Four of Cups, being an island unto themselves, or you being an island unto yourself, with chaos around you, and the only way out is up. The Knight of Pentacles with the High Priestess at their left shoulder. The left side is the feminine. That would be your relatives right behind you, like your mother to the left, offering help to deliberate how to swallow your pride. Heed the call, how to make an announcement to recover from the Emperor and the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community. Or the Knight of Pentacles offering help to the Aquarius reversed, recovering from being exiled by the Emperor and the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community. Perhaps child is doing charitable service with the High Priestess or religious person nearby in case they need help, to detox chaos of addictions and codependencies, challenged by the Divine Feminine's heart in the E-Tower, coming down to hang out with family or a financial advisor, a lot of work, burden, or labor to get over loss, regret, and past disappointments, of the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the King of Wands reversed, with the Knight of Swords upright, messenger of truth, and the Page of Swords reversed, which can be negative self-talk or a child with a mouth for sure, connected to them, the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Wands, or unable to decipher lies from truth here, and the Queen of Cups reversed facing delays or negative debates, arguing, or heated exchange with the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the King of Wands reversed. The wounded warrior is dumping emotional attachments that no longer serve to end the battle or competition, as the wounded warrior is sharing bad habits, drinking or depression, deception with Cancer reversed and Gemini upright, or depressed yet balanced woman with Cancer in their chart, and a man with two women or twins with the Emperor with his back turned to them. He's seeing sunshine exposure. His back's turned at all that, so he's staring at the sun. He could just be sitting in the sun, but also he could be seeing the exposure. And the Knight of Cups reversed, rejection, jealousy, insincerity, and recovering from justice, a judge, a Libra, or divorce, and tripping up, clowning around or fooling around, dropping the facade, the act, and breaking patterns, with state of emergency around the world, in break down, break up, break in, break through, brokenness, or seal divine feminine, or Cancer reversed and Pisces upright, or justice coming full circle, after whistleblowers and warriors have done their job at 3:33. Now crowning for the twins is the Seven of Cups reversed, coming downstairs, repeating steps, or here comes the bride, as the Empress reversed and Hierophant reversed wept, along with the drinkers. Keeping cards close to chest, the Knight of Pentacles looks forward but sneaks out the back to the Queen of Swords reversed and Page of Swords upright, coming together at the workplace or chapel for dreams to come true. Taurus reversed times 2 and Aquarius upright here. No more flirtations or casual sex or dating competition. The King of Cups reversed walks away from all they've built, possibly from a big love as well offer from Atlas, or more burdens from jealous or rejected Knight of Cups reversed, or broken or Cancer reversed, tripping up, unbalanced, and or breaking patterns, dropping the ball at 3:40, which is the Empress and the Page of Cups. At 41 then is the Ace of Cups, the Emperor not getting their wish, or being arrogant about all his hard work, or being arrogant with his slaves, slave labor, exposing unhappy family, the Knight of Cups reversed and the Cancer reversed, moving to peace amidst rejection and jealousy, and one who fell and helped them. The Page of Pentacles hurting self, trying to be perfect, recovering and detoxing chaos, getting over the loss, the regret, and the disappointment, without options in the state of emergency, in divide, split, lies told, to make us stuck, broken, to drop the ball, running of the bulls, with no movement forward. Even the bulls are confused as to where to go, running in circles, or in the wrong circles. Soon for the twins is the Ace of Cups upright, an outpouring of love in a move, a visit, unstable, in disconnect or at a distance, with the Knight of Swords upright and the Page of Swords reversed, ending a party and or marriage and moving a distance to work or to align. Frustrated, unable to conceive or unable to get something, bored, apathetic, grounding, integrating love, or offers that are not deemed worthy of your time or theirs. High Priestess is upright, Queen of Cups is reversed, with secret Queen of Cups reversed, or Pisces or Virgo or Cancer, sad or crying their eyes out in a purge, or tears of joy at 3:51, which is the Empress and the King of Swords. The twin flames seeing themselves as the Two of Pentacles reversed, no longer praying, but making things happen. The journeyman with good news coming in, leading the way to the Queen of Swords reversed. Impatient to come clean or clean up, or fallen angel or Sagittarius reversed is. Impatiently cleaning up the act or space, not watching where they were going, and boom, the Tower comes in, and all hell breaks loose as the Knight of Wands upright comes to rescue, with the Page of Cups upright and the Hermit shedding light, or the Knight of Wands, Page of Cups, and Hermit are receiving guests. Perhaps Sagittarius reversed tripped and fell or bumped into Scorpio suddenly out of nowhere, out and about or on errands. Heart-to-heart conversations, wedding, free yourself, this could be the one. Dropping the facade, removing the mask, the journey of the warrior with good news or proposal to the Queen of Swords reversed, who's deeply wounded, thinking she lost them forever. fallen angel suddenly kicks everyone out to clean, or clean up their act, perhaps the Knight of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Hermit stand witness, or doing the cleanup while the journeyman is busy with the Queen of Swords reversed. Around the twins, or how they're seen, is the Three of Pentacles, the place of co-creation, hanging out resting, or a service to lay one to rest, or hanging out in 5D Connect, clearly defenseless to energies, or a quiet moment before proceeding down the aisle or drawbridge, a piece of land that is surrounded by water or emotions. The block here for the twins is the Four of Wands reversed, the move, the visit, the instability, or the end to a marriage. Cycle is over, coming full circle, of the sealed divine feminine, or Pisces, or world, unaffected by those at war, guarding their unhappiness at 404, which can be two emperors, which could be the two men watching, the messages being passed, or the 4 and 4 can also be the Page of Cups and the Emperor, which are the opposite sides of himself, right? They're the two ends of the polarization. The Emperor and the Page of Cups is the most innocent energy, and the Emperor is the most worldly and in control energy, whereas the Page of Cups has no control at all. At 405 is then the Emperor and the Hierophant, or the divine feminine stuck between boredom and chaos of arrogant energy, or arrogant enemy, not wanting her to be happy without them, and yet not wanting them for themselves. Pride, effort, healing, and perseverance, as the King of Wands reversed is ending the nightmare, the stress, the purging, and the dungeon. The clarity, yet off balance, with news, stuck with justice, of dropping the facade of brokenness around the divine feminine and or the world, or neighborhood watch and the warpath, or those imbalanced, with new information, healing, forgiving, and manifesting big time, yet stuck in divorce or breaking away from a contract, religion, establishment, or tradition, with new information coming in and thinking outside the box, to walk away, leaving everything just perfect, and broken car, or broken down King of Swords reversed and his higher self, or secret passion and reunion, coming together in joy, in the Strait of Gibraltar, as Atlas, Hercules are relieved by the angels, the trumpeters, removing the weights and measures from flushes and straits. Atlas with innocent message, or child star, I have a dream that the past will heal and all will be forgiven. Choosing a new path, the twin flames unable to implement due to impatience and fallen angels, unable to pick up the rock, and never satisfied, having to make choices at work to release anxiety or get out of jail free, on a small island and rough seas, challenged by the divine feminine's heart, coming back down to get them, with an outpouring of love in a move or a visit or a twist just now, no longer confused, dumping emotional attachments that no longer serve, while new information is knocking you for a loop. Thinking outside the box in a divorce or breaking of the ties that bind, walking away to be still, completely still, for the moment. The King of Swords reversed and his higher self in union. No more options but to release self through forgiveness of the past, the Page of Swords or message, and dissatisfaction alone or without your wish, stranded and must descend a lot of steps to come out and play, or to just open the front door to let them in. The challenge being the plan and how to invest, breaking patterns and removing the mask, to an outpouring of love and co-creation, moving even though it's destabilizing, with new information coming in about divorce, break away from religion, establishment, a breakout, so someone might be breaking out, or Taurus reversed, cleared up perfectly, so someone might have broken up and then broken out their face and then cleared up right away, cleared up perfectly, but somebody could have broken out of prison as well. Again, with new information comes in about divorce, break, a breakout, a break away from religion, establishment, or Taurus reversed, where it's cleaned up perfectly before they walked away without a car or had an accident right after, bumping into the King of Swords reversed and his higher self, Pisces and or Virgo, in union or secret passion. Taurus reversed, Cancer reversed, and Pisces and Virgo upright here as well as Libra and Gemini upright, into that good night at 4:30, which is the Emperor and the union of the Four of Wands. All right, so let's pull from the energy deck and see where this takes us. What is our takeaway at 7:09? 7's the Chariot and the Hermit. 1:09, 55 here. 1 is the Magician. 9 is the Hermit. And what did I just say? 55, I think, was the Ace of Swords. It was just 10-10. All right. So for everybody watching, the best and highest good of all those concerned, what do we need to know and learn for the twins today? What is our takeaway from this? Let's clear all blocks to positive energy flow in all chakra layers, auric layers, grounding, and galactic cords across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good of all those concerned, and fill any empty space with only beautiful divine love and diamond crystalline light. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What is our takeaway from this read for the twin flames? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? The door to value. So what is it exactly that you value? 31 is that 5 of Wands, that expansion, conflict energy of ending the battle. So this was coming up reversed, right? No longer in the fight, for money, for stuff, for things, right? To have to be the best or beat other people out. There's room and abundance for everyone to share. So this may actually be good that you've processed that already. We then have the man holding a coin, which is the 43 upright. So he's got all his stuff together now. And then we have the 5 of the Hierophant, which was reversed in this read, attachment. So then this would be letting go of those emotional attachments and taking off the mask. And that's all coming up around the masculine here. Okay? Which isn't just the masculine, it's the masculine within the feminine as well. But then we have the Knight of Cups, which is reversed in this read, so not activating their throat chakra here, right? Because this would be chickening out or feeling jealous or rejected. And then the Journey, which is the High Priestess upright. So we have these 4 together. It's very masculine energy here. This is a feminine card, but removing the mask here, and this is reversed, letting go of attachments for the feminine. And then this is the feeling of rejection, so that could reference the feminine energy, actually not speaking her truth, right? Kind of clamming up because she was rejected and he doesn't want to know. And then going on with the Journey, staying in the middle of the bridge, the rainbow bridge, enjoying herself again, right? So when you fall, to get right back up and continue on your journey. The underlying energy here is the Goddess of the Moon, the 52 of the Queen of Swords, who's reversed in this read, really hurt. And this isn't supposed to be reversed because all these cards are usually upright. And here's the Page of Cups. Page of Cups was actually upright in this read. So I want you to see it upright. So this is the Metatron energy of the third eye and the Page of Cups. Behind, the Page of Cups might have been reversed before because this is the underlying energy. And that can be the rejection and the vulnerability, but also the energy of the spoiled, entitled child, and which are both 2 sides of the same coin, so it can, come out of the same person. So the energy of the awakened child and the mother who is scorned, right, and very hurt, and the child, okay? So this is the underlying energy we're coming away from. And then coming into this energy of the masculine coming into his power, and perhaps the feminine having a bit of purge in reflection of that, and then continuing on the journey. All right, because remember, when as twins you can have similar circumstances, but you can also have opposite reactions. Like, so when one's purging, the other one might be having a great time or being at a celebration or a party, like was coming up in the read. So let's see what the Journey of Love. Journey of Love. But that's, it comes up more opposite like that. I feel the energy that's coming through me is that It's very polarized like that. Like when one purges, the other one gets really happy and excited, you know, like overexcited. But that's when you're in a really polarized state. As you become more balanced within yourself, within your own masculine and feminine, that happens less and less and less, which is the journey. So let's see from the journey of love what's coming up for us here. Okay, the coming together, the 66, the Queen of Pentacles. She was reversed in this read, but coming together has been coming up a lot this week. We also have the breaking again as the King of Pentacles. All right, so here we have the King and Queen. King and Queen of Pentacles here. There's a lot of root chakra energy there, but there's also a lot of throat and third eye and crown chakra there, as well as some solar plexus a little bit. I don't see too much green there as far as the heart, but that's there too. So very interesting that they came up together there. Let's see what else is coming up. There's 3 more cards that want to come out to be seen. And then I want to show you the underlying energy here is the Dream a Little. 51 is the King of Swords, who's also reversed in this read. We have Rings of Time, which always see the Thoth energy, but there's also a feminine here in a wheelchair. This is right, the strange bird in a wheelchair. The Rings of Time of the 44, the grounding, integrating, and mastering of love. Right? And that becomes more evident over time as you get old. You know, you soften, you're able to understand forgiveness much more. And then there's the King of Swords reversed. So this could be also the King of Swords and his mother, and Rings of Time in their relationship here. So the other 3 cards that came out right after the King and Queen of Pentacles is the Queen of Wands, the 24. So there's some painting here. So there's some artistry here with the space between the words, but this is 2-dimensional. And then we have the 69 of the contemplation of the Ace of Pentacles, which is that perfect life of contentment. 69. And then we have the 37 of the King of Cups, which is that unconditional love, except reversed, reversed, and reversed in this read. Okay? So the spaces between words should be obvious, but with the Queen of Wands today, it's not. So she might be on the rampage, holding back time, money, and effort, or playing hardball, you know, or saving for a new life, not knowing what she wants. This is coming up reverse in a negative aspect. And then we have the 37 again, also the King of Cups is also reversed, dealing with fire and ice and not merging the two, right? Because that's just what we do. We transmute the energy of fire and ice to make it more together, merged in a moderate energy, the 0 point, right? Afraid to go through the tunnel there. And that came up in the kids movie I just watched in Hawaii, where, you know, like Death Valley, it was some kind of name like that, where, you know, if you don't you might not make it through here because it's very old and you don't know what's going to collapse in the tunnel. It's having faith, because the king 37 of the King of Cups is supposed to be about unconditional love. And I'm just seeing her arm put into the fire. It's like the yellow right here is her hand. How weird is that? It's like she's burning herself on purpose. And this is this energy of the Queen of Wands reversed. So this is to be seen because this is the couple here, the King and Queen of Pentacles, and here's the third party feminine who's hurting herself. Okay? And this can go both ways. It can be the twins together and the third party who's no longer together, or this can be the masculine with his partner or the feminine with her partner, and then the third person, but this is coming up as the feminine energy as a third person. Okay? So we're going to read the King and the Queen of Pentacles since they're coming up together. Let's see what they say. The Queen came up first, so I'm going to read her first. All right, so you and another soul are coming into each other's worlds. It's a karmic destiny that's unfolding, an expression of divine plans set in motion many lifetimes ago. The destiny may have a romantic purpose. It may have a sacredness that is sexual. It may have a sacredness that is creative and tender, about learning self-esteem or courage. It may bring us a gift of enduring friendship and loyalty, or be an expression of a passing flash of divine force that shakes your foundations and helps move you out of a situation which would have consumed your light with tediousness and playing small. The coming together is happening, however. Know it is of love. This oracle brings guidance. You're going to be moved by love. Whether it's long-term or fast and furious, it is love and it has meaning. Let it be what it is and do not try to force it to become what you think it must be. It has worth, as do you. Enjoy the experience and know it serves your growth. 2 energy patterns came together and shared a frequency in a field of possibilities. And there was resonance. So then we have the King of Pentacles, which is the breaking. You are breaking apart for the masculine. You might not understand it at all. There's not so much to be understood, but the simplicity doesn't mean it's easy to endure. You may worry that you're going too far, that you may not recover or ever come back together again. But what can you do? Can you hold back from the divine love that calls you, that lures you to becoming all that you are, to remembering your divine nature? Well, you could try, but for what purpose? Temporary rest before the storm at best. So take the rest if you need it, then dive into the storm. Let yourself be brokenhearted by the divine so that you can become your truth, become all that you are meant to be. It is better to have the heart broken so that it grows than to be brokenhearted by thinking that you must protect yourself from love. This oracle brings compassionate guidance no matter what sadness or anger, despair, or frustration you may feel. You are being pulled apart not by dark forces, but by the loving embrace of the divine as it strips you of that which would keep you from your divine realization. Let go and break. It is going to be the making of you. Love. Love is a special closeness that sings from the heart, that warms my days and nights, that feels good, that makes me smile, that makes me glad to be alive. It's just 1:21:21. Make sure you drink your water, get your rest, get your joy, get your nature. Rise and be loved.